bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out, yeah. Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other nigga got a hit, shout it.
First, I want to say thank you for everybody for coming. This is unbelievable. Today's a Wednesday. It's weird. We're all here. We're kind of grinding. We're getting after it. I want to say thank you to everybody that set up iStack. Thank you to Timber for partnering for this. A little bit round of applause before I get into it, please. They did a lot of hard work. Very expensive during CES. Thank you. They told me a little bit about this is my second event for iStack, and I am enthralled. I love everything about this. I'm obsessed with social. I'm obsessed with selling things. I'm obsessed with consumer psychology. It's what I love to talk about. I'm a complete, total geek around here. And there's a lot of things in here. There's calculators and things I want to give to you guys after. My email is going to be at the bottom. Please use it. It's my personal email. I would love to help you. I love talking about this stuff, whether it's in the Ad Buyers group or in Ad Leaks. Everything is always good there. So I'm really pumped. I see a couple of my homies in the back. I see everybody that's why I wear a hat. Yep, I see a lot of good people out here. So I'm super pumped to talk about how to make Q4 a success for you every single quarter. When I say Q4, what comes to mind real quick? Black Friday. Thank you for participating. I would have stayed up here all by myself. It is Black Friday, Cyber Monday, as well as the holiday prep season right before Christmas. But they're big moments, right? We're talking about big moments, and we have every quarter to prep for it. That's why we got 4 of them. So you should be learning and testing the offers Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, game time. What did you learn? Time to implement it. Quick background on where I began. So I began playing professional soccer. That's not exactly the perfect segue into performance marketing, but it was a perfect segue into understanding how to brand and how to move forward. Because as an athlete, you're selling yourself, you're reinventing yourself, you're joining on with multiple different companies that believe in you as a brand. So I'm really excited to, as that segue transitioned into it. My first job ever was spending for Apple. When you look at that, you're like, wow, that's a lot of money, a lot of budgets. All they tracked was video views. You're not impacting anything. I felt so insignificant. I'm sitting here going, I can't wait to drive to LA from Orange County. Can't wait to look at my computer, and I can't wait to spend money that no one's ever going to see. So it really sat hard with me. And then the third image was, I think you guys might remember, we popped off on the fidget spinners. Anybody have children, or you yourself remember what the fidget spinners were? Hand to raise, please. Thank you. So fidget spinners was my first introduction to understanding what direct response marketing could do at scale very quickly. It was hard. It was rough. It was building a business as I was falling, the typical entrepreneur, whatever that thing is, building the plane as you're falling. And what I realized is I didn't really like building the physical product, but I sure as hell love scaling campaigns. And that's what I focused all my time with. I moved right into the drop shipping phase. That's where I ran into Tim Bird, and Tim Bird took me under his big old wing. And he goes, hey, I'm gonna let you test your stuff and test your skills on building other campaigns. Mainly in drop shipping, we made a couple mil off of these simple products that very high quality, very well done. But learning how to just be very tactical, very tactical, and I really liked the elements of scaling, the elements of not having to worry about the product side. But then I realized that's not everything. That's not how we do e-commerce. It's very holistic. You need a brand. You need to have repeat purchasers. You need LTV. I did do a rather long 9-hour course that Eric made me redo. Appreciate that. And we talked about repeat purchase rate and LTV and acquisitions, not everything. Talking depth there, not as much here today, but what we are talking about is where to move from. So I'm going to tell you exactly where to go. I don't like to listen to speakers that don't tell me the roadmap of what's happening. So I'm going to give you the data. We dove into 2016, 2017. We had over 70 brands that we had access to for learnings around campaigns, offers, timing, and spend. The biggest thing about working with an agency, and I firmly believe in this, is if you can do it in-house financially, do it in-house. My job as an agency is to scale you up as fast as possible and give it on back, because you're never going to make as much money unless you're using it in-house. You control your media buyers, you control your incentive. That's me from an agency speaking to you as brand owners or affiliates. But we learned a lot. We had 70 plus brands we took away from, and then we prepped for 20 brands. And by doing this, there's people spending 50K, there's people spending 100K, people spending 2 million a month. Different strategies across everybody, but there was 4 commonalities that really came together. And I can't wait to talk about it as we move forward. The last is the learnings, what worked and what didn't work. I'm not going to talk about things that are hypothetical. We went through this. I'm going to show you real ads, real campaigns, real launching, real numbers. Firmly believe in that, something in transparency. Last but not least, the reason why you guys are sitting here, screenshot slides. I think it was in Barcelona when I was speaking to my first group of people that are international. When you go to places like this to learn, you don't sit there, it's not a comedy show, you're not applauding. So me as a speaker, I don't get feedback from you because all I look at is people like, oh, what does that mean? They're trying to apply it to their own businesses. When I see screenshots and phones come out to take pictures, that's why I know I'm doing a good job. So when I see you guys picking up your phones and taking pictures, I'm like, fuck, that's a great slide. Keep that. So I love that. Please smile. I need feedback. I appreciate it. But with less, let's kind of dive into it. 2017, we spent $7 million during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all the way through holidays. In 2018, our company grew from 50 people plus, and we spent 7.5 million in learnings. So this is data backed. I promise you this isn't fluff. How did it work? So we calculated everything. This isn't a surprise. CPMs are rising. That's what happened in 2017. We saw it really across our brands, 2016 specifically. It echoed again in 2018. I have an updated stuff, updated data coming for this year. We don't have it just yet. But what it was leading me to understand is go earlier. Go early. We learned this through Movement. Anybody know who Movement Watches is? Great brand. They launched their Black Friday sale in 2016. They launched it in September, real early, right? And there's two reasons why people would do that. First one is you have social proof. Keep that going, right? Everyone loves some of that. And then just this consumer psychology of like, this offer isn't ready yet. When you go through the comments, I know if you have a girlfriend or a significant other, what do they do when you guys are about to go to sleep? They're not looking at the ads. She goes straight to the comments. All she cares about the recommendations. All she cares about are the people commenting on the ads themselves. She never even looks at them. So that was interesting learning from me in my relationship. Then we go into ROAS peaks the week right before. So for me, I'm trying to understand, okay, if I know everyone's gonna be competing on Black Friday, they're gonna launch their ads maybe Wednesday or Thursday. How am I gonna beat this? I'm gonna go early. I'm not even gonna fuck around. I'm not gonna try to launch on a Black Friday. I'm not gonna get delivery. I'm not gonna hit my targets, okay? And it's funny how we found this because when we get into determining some delayed attribution, quick raise of hands, delayed attribution real quick. Anybody know what this means? Great, awesome, great. We'll talk a little bit of understanding what your DAM is. So your delayed attribution multiplier. So my company was sitting there and going, damn. Yeah, everybody was yelling because the numbers look so bad day one. The numbers look terrible a couple hours in, but they started realizing the revenue's updating little by little. Facebook's going to give you more of that love as the day progresses. Again, delayed is your friend. So I remember we had a really, really intimate conversation with a brand, and the day that we were launching with them, they had no previous data. And they're like, oh, our numbers look so bad. It's a 0.9, like we need to be at a 1. I'm like, well, let's check back in 28 days. Let's check back, and that's when you really make your decisions. Because once that full window closes, you have full understanding of what you're actually going to be able to spend on a one day, right? That's what we make all of our decisions on a day-to-day basis. And then win the week before us is just another pretty slide for you to see. The numbers were progressing close right up to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Higher offer, better return. Clicks were pretty relative. Lastly, went with AOV-focused offers. AOV, everybody should understand this. High AOV offers usually takes the form of bundling. Like when we think of bundling, like, oh, a BOGO. Well, not necessarily. You can do a stacked offer. You can do spend more, save more. You can do buy one, get one, of course. But when I'm talking bundling, I'm talking about a specific offer that's going to raise the typical AOV. So that's where we're understanding with it. Major takeaways in our learnings, CPMs don't mean shit. Obviously, it's going to get more expensive, but as we can focus on the conversion rate, as we know everything's going to get much more expensive, you're going to be able to combat what it is that you're going to be doing. Launch much earlier. Please, I promise you, and this is for all campaigns, because I'm going to explain to you, every Black Friday campaign is actually 3 to 4. And what I mean by that is the 2 weeks prior, where numbers look fantastic and you're building up your prospect and remarketing audiences. The week right before, where you're starting to tease out what the offer is going to be. Maybe you're doing some lead gen to an email capture. And lastly, the campaign goes live, right? And it crushes. And you go, what do you want to do? What do you always go? Let's just extend it, right? Let's extend this campaign. Now all of a sudden you get new creative, exclusivity kind of comes into play, but each big moment is actually 3 to 4. How did we plan for all these brands? We did not set it and forget it. We didn't just be like, okay, what's your offer? What do you want to launch? Cool, sounds good. Because we have to take into consideration shipping times. Take into consideration when we actually want to go live. The first thought work, and if I were to tell you this is, if you're either running your brand, you have a team running your brand, or you're an agency of people running the brand, this is the thought that we'd put them through before they go to the client. We'd be like, okay, how are our products being purchased? What are the most frequent ones? Because right now we're focused on how to combat rising CPMs, which is by what? Increasing AOV offers, right? So the bundles. Which products are being purchased together? Product A to product B. What's 1 and 2, right? What can we use to incentivize? We have the best margin on a couple of products. Maybe that's the lead magnet, right? Then we put that up front. Maybe you spend X, you get this. And last but not least, what products are not selling? This is a very common tactic. Trying to pair something that isn't really moving quick with a product that is selling very quick. Working with the brands one-on-ones helps. How do we find this? 3 ways I can show you to find this. I'm going to specifically talk about one great partner that we have, which is glue.io. I don't get anything from it. You can get a free trial to use it. If you're an e-commerce brand, plug it into your Shopify store. It's going to give you updated of audiences, products that are selling. It's going to give you a beautiful dashboard, okay? What you're able to do is you're able to literally see, and it's a little small here, I apologize, but it's going to show top products bundled. It's going to tell you exactly what products are being purchased, when they're being purchased, and what the margins of these are actually showing. Products are moving fast, products are moving slow. Second place, obviously Shopify. Shopify, choose your products, top couple, start building some patterns as to why you think these are being purchased. I see some screenshots, something must be good. Lastly is Google, your buddy, right? Go into advanced conversions, obviously hook up e-commerce tracking, go into product performance, hit into advanced, go right into shopping behavior, cart to detail. I'm really focused on cart to detail pages because it's just insights into what the funnel is actually happening. I don't really care about CPM, CTR, CPC. For me and my team, we don't educate them on that. We educate them on what's the cart doing, right? How are we spending, which is, I'll get into that a little later, but this is where our focus is. Another slide of, okay, now we're identifying some patterns. Some way, somehow, people are loving these black polarized lens. Okay, this might be our next bundle. This might be my next upsell sequence. This might be exactly what my brand needs to do to increase my AOV. Becky's are flying off the hook, apparently. Last is, what is our DAM? What is our delayed attribution multiplier? Where do I find these? What is the lowest ROAS I can accept on a one-day view? That sentence should be very understood. If you're sitting here right now and going, fuck, what is that? Just carry the 1, 2. If you're not understanding exactly what these numbers are, get with the person that does, because this is going to help you make a lot of your decisions. How much can I spend on profitability? Right? So a lot of brands go like, I need a 4x return. I was like, okay, cool. Do you want scale? Of course I want scale, but I want a 4x return. I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to introduce you to my next agency partner, which is Colin. No, I'm kidding. But if you want to play, like I want to build businesses. Like if it's $40,000 a month, cool. We'll work with that. We'll figure it out. If it's $100,000 a month, cool. We'll figure it out. How do we do this, right? So we're going to go into our dashboard. On the dashboard, we're going to be able to click our attribution windows. You're going to select view through, 1 day, 7 day, and a 28 day. See the lift, see the change. We have a calculator. Bug me for this calculator. Okay, it's easy for me to walk you through it. When you have it, email me. This is where it's going to be. What we're able to do is it's very simple. We plug it in what it's going to be on a 1 day, as well as 7, and again on 28. You're going to get this sweet little number that's going to spit out here, and it's going to give you the lift that you should be expecting once 28 days are fully passed. Why this is important for me is because when a brand calls me and goes, Shaq, you just spent $250,000 today. Where the fuck's my money? I go, give me 28 days. I'll get it back to you. And this is what I mean. Because it's going to update, right? The window, the conversion window isn't closed. It's not closed. So allowing you to understand this as a brand, allowing you to know what to spend, to give you a game, you're going to be able to spend so much more. I promise you if you get this number down. Hypothetical situation. November 20th, I log into my account. I'm selling fidget spinners. I'm like, oh my God, it's a 1-1. It's losing so much money. 28 days later, I'm at a 2x. But profitability for me is 1.5. What do I need? Well, I need a calculator. My DAM, I understood previously by what my spend was. My DAM was a 1.8. That means I could have spent much more because I knew in 28 days I was above profitability. Right? So now I'm able to take a 0.9-ish on a 1 day. I'm much more scale, much more spend because I know my numbers are going to catch up. Again, this is so valuable into understanding what true scale is, because if I were to sit and ask you, I saw some hands being raised for Q4 success. If I asked you what your 1 day to a 28-day lift, and you can't give me that honest answer, you didn't have your best day. 100% you didn't have your best day. And you will this year and every big campaign coming forward. Lastly is, what are my spend, budget, audience segmentation? It's a very common question. The last time I talked about this was in Barcelona, and the main question I got back to me was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. What do you mean one campaign's 4 campaigns? How do you do this? I don't get it. Well, I'm going to spend as much time as possible on this, talking through it. What makes up a complete campaign? 3 to 4 campaigns in one. What are your revenue goals for your target? So this is a funny question. How much can I spend? I don't know. What's your goal? Give me your goal I can spend. Are you acquiring customers or are you keeping margin? Again, this is the question between do you want a 2x or 4x? Do you want scale or do you don't want scale? And lastly, how many audiences do I actually need to segment? Fun fact, a lot. This is an updated document. Take it in real quick. It's an updated document of how we would document spend per day as my media buyers update. As you can see, I'm sorry, 1 second. There's 4 campaigns. I could probably make this 3 and put side row. Anyways, business as usual is week before. My spend distribution to remarketing is always 60 to 70% prospecting cold. Remarketing is 25, 40. And the reason why I firmly believe this is if my job is to acquire new customers and I'm spending all my money on remarketing, I'm not doing a good job. I'm not a good partner for you because all I'm doing is remarketing the shit you're already earning. So I keep it prospecting forward. And I want that, right? Because we need to fill the buckets. If we're looking at the buckets of audiences we're trying to build, I need all my audiences as high as possible as I'm coming into my big major moment. As we get closer to Black Friday, the spend distribution kind of drops a little bit from more remarketing than it was previously. And then on Black Friday itself, I am launching wholeheartedly into remarketing right off the bat. Leading really aggressive with it. And if we're running VIP campaigns on email, that's another support system. Cyber Week, we're knowing, okay, as the campaign comes to a little bit of a slower time, I'm expecting I'm going to get really bad return once my sale ends because everyone just spent their money. Everybody just bought everything already. I need to be really prepared, focused on what my actual revenue is going to be after the holiday so I don't lose all my profits from my campaign. Again, focusing on 3 different parts: business pre, the day of the campaign, as well as the trailing end of the campaign. So how do we do some budget segmentation for big moment spending? Sorry, I just read that slide. Here's how we want to think through things. Again, simple calculator, I can give it to you as well. Start forming your biggest audiences. And I know people have more intricate ways of doing this based on CPMs. I think Depeche talks something similar to this. How much you can actually spend to hit all of your audiences. Frequency and remarketing to me doesn't bother me. I don't know how many touch points technically it's going to take for you to make a purchase. So I'm not focused on that. I'm trying to make sure that I have enough spend in enough buckets. So know your revenue target. Understand your kill metric, which is understood by knowing your delayed attribution multiplier, as well as know if you're able to spend your full budget. Because you're going to be killing as you go. This is an aggressive group. You know you want to spend. You're trying shotgun, bully, etc. You're going to set your budgets much higher than you expect to spend because you will be killing throughout the day. Everybody has rules. They play with it that way. And obviously start with a higher budget. Some audience segments just to think through. This is how me and my team think through these: prospecting, marketing warm and hot, past customers and interests. Great screenshot. Love it. This is the right one. Waking up. Here we go. I'm the first one. I'm so sorry. Please keep it going. Eric, something, nothing. Great. So what did we learn? I had a bunch of people sit through and talk what it is that we had to do, what it is, how do we educate everybody else moving forward. And this is why you came here, so you can understand how to apply Q1, which we're in right now, Q2, all the way through Q4. Here's the planning. Site-wide offers that perform the best. Hands down, anything site-wide is what exactly performed the best. Across all of our brands, big or small, simple discount, simple for them to understand. It is monumental that this is a part of every strategy, whether it's the day of or leading up to it. Second was the buy one, get one. This offer for us actually didn't live on the home site. This lived on a separate landing page that we ran both traffic to. So we ran a unique offer as well as we ran from our e-commerce store. I'll take it wherever I can get. Again, I'm trying to test different offers here. Stack and save. Spend X, get 10% off. Spend X, get 15, etc. moving forward. And again, back to the bundling. These, at the end of the day, my goal is trying to raise AOV. So if I can bundle it any strategic way, I will do that. So I implore you to think through some of this. What creatives work? So I want to spend a little bit of time acknowledging this. For me, the biggest takeaway for a lot of the brands we work with was Stills crushed. Why do you think Stills crushed? Okay, low time CTRs. It communicates the offer very quickly. I don't need to know exactly. I don't need to understand where I came from to get where I'm going. The offer every single time was very clear. Black Friday's here, 20% off. Going back. Come on, baby. Buy one, get one. Buy one, get one. Buy one, get one. Very free. 30% off. It's just clear. It communicates exactly what you want to get across. Nice, beautiful square. It worked. We had significant spin across most of these. Across the board, this is why we were able to find so much success for some of our clients. We dropped them on homepage and collection page. Homepage, if as well as it's segmented, right? If your homepage is communicating the offer, as well as all the way down to the collection page, all the way through the PDP, we found brands that had a disconnect of the offer from ad to purchase, more drop off than normal. Lastly, what was the best thing that actually worked? So there was a brand called Born Primitive. They sell athleisure wear. They ran a bundle right before. Bundle was great because the AOV went high. We told him, this is what we're going to do, Bear. He goes, I trust you, Shaq, go for it. Site-wide discount on the day of, right? So we rotated in the site-wide discount 1 to 3 days prior because we knew, again, combating higher CPMs. The landing page was home and collection. And Q for success, this was for this brand that's been around for about a year and a half, this was record-breaking for them. This is life-changing for him and his founder, and they were able to hire much more people. Those are the stories that we're actually really, really interested in. Lastly, this is for your screenshot. Delayed attribution multiplier, this is where we're going to be focused on. This is the biggest takeaway from my talk, as well as your simple creative offer. The value needs to be realized as they're identifying it before they get off the Facebook page. Plain and simple. If you're not communicating that, you're not going to find the success. And site-wide and BOGO is going to win. But wait. Bonus screenshot slide. I already did some thought work for you. These are mind blown. Enough. So what we're looking at, Q1 opportunities. New year, new me. I don't know, anybody in the health space? Great. Anybody in any other fucking space? New year, new me. I am new year, new me all the way into February. And then guess what? I'm going, hey, you suck. You fell off. Guess what? Keep new year, new me in February. Because people are going to fall dropping off left and right. And I'm ready for it. Because right after that, I'm going to hit them again with a Valentine's Day offer. Are you single? And here's a fun fact for you. In all the research we did, the people that are participating in Valentine's Day are not couples. Coworkers. People that love pets. I did a lot of money in pets. They're buying for their partner, for their dogs. They're buying the dog Valentine gift for your boss. President's Day, free shipping threshold. Obviously, Easter, Star Wars Day. Has anybody ran a successful campaign on Star Wars? Nick, do you have anything on that? Nothing. Neither have I. May the 4th be with you. I don't think it's really a Hallmark holiday. Mother's Day, Mama Bundle. This is great for us. Again, this is when you have 4 quarters, you have 3 opportunities to find your offer. I implore you and test it as much as possible because Q4 is when game time's on. That's when we're ready for big opportunities, big moments. I'm so thankful for you guys. Thank you so much for kicking off with us. This is exactly what we're here for. Let's go.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, yeah. Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. VIP coming live from the